Well, speaking of wildfires, an update now on the wildfires currently burning across the west. And I'll tell you, the thunderstorms associated with this low pressure system were actually good news for the air quality in Alberta. The advisories from Environment Canada have come to an end in Alberta because of the rain and strong winds with your thunderstorms. In British Columbia, they continue. So let's start in British Columbia first. We'll check out the government website just to give you an idea of where the fires are burning and how many of them are burning. And you can see the little pockets, especially through the southern and central interior, just all over the place. And a number of our viewers have also submitted pictures to our website, theweathernetwork.com, showcasing burning pretty much out of control at this point in time. So there are a number of fires of concern in British Columbia, and as I mentioned, air quality is still a concern as well right through the interior, but in Alberta it has come to an end. So let's head to Alberta next, because there are still a number of fires burning. If we check out their website, they do it a little bit different, kind of like stoplights. Green is good in the sense that fires are being held or under control. Yellow, they're being held, and red, burning out of control. And if we take you to Alberta now and just showcase kind of where the fires are that are burning out of control. Even in Calgary, reports of the smoky, hazy conditions. But the Edson one is the big one, currently burning out of control at this point in time. Weather not doing a lot of help. I mean, there is a good 10 to 20 millimeters of rain through the BC interior. A bit more rain through the day Sunday in Alberta, but mostly just with thunderstorms, so it will come very localized. Even in around Vancouver, you haven't seen a lot of rain over the last few weeks, and spotty showers will continue. Hey, speaking of thunderstorms, so this weekend. Have you enjoyed the weekend across the eastern half of the country? Kind of gloomy through the day Saturday in southern Ontario. Sunday's going to be a bit better. Showers and maybe a few isolated thunder showers, but really it's getting warmer over the next few days. That's the big story. Gorgeous conditions continue in Atlantic Canada. In Ontario, the next big weather story for the north after the thunderstorms on Sunday will be Tuesday with heavy rain, and then thunderstorms for southern Ontario for Wednesday. That's kind of the way things are going to work out over the week ahead. But again, isolated thunder showers, southern Ontario through southern Quebec on Sunday, but isolated is the key word. It will not be as intense as we saw across Alberta on Saturday evening. Heavy rain in the north and a lot of large hail in the south. That was Fort McMurray. Thanks, Bruce, for sharing that with us. You know, across the prairies, we're still looking at the risk for thunderstorms anywhere across the south, but the stronger storms will be in northwestern Ontario. Besides that, it's really hit or miss. A few thunder showers here or there, but they shouldn't be severe. That's going to be only in northwestern Ontario, it looks like. Okay, don't go anywhere. We have a great story for you coming up in our next segment. While we're on the topic of tornadoes, there were tornado warnings in Alberta through Saturday evening. Luckily, no reports of any tornadoes touching down. It was all associated with that low pressure system. But storm chaser Matt Johnson was there and he shared with us his experience. There was a lot of rotation indicated on the radar. Luckily, Sunday's not going to be as active as a day for you in Alberta or Saskatchewan. But Manitoba, the risk for thunderstorms, and certainly northwestern Ontario, you could see some of the strongest thunderstorms of anywhere in the country. Southern Ontario, just an isolated risk of thunderstorm activity. Okay, don't go anywhere. Kim takes us around the world next.